Hi all, welcome to episode number 12 of the Trading to Glory. Apologies for not getting this up as much as I would like. The biggest problem actually is that I'm trading too much with stuff that I'm recording it all and then forgetting to put it actually up on YouTube. So if you can smash likes would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at @GIsALegend. All links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. Now we're sticking with our tried, tested and one of our favourite routes of FIFA is informed trading. Basically, we are going to go absolutely crazy. We've been generally going crazy with it anyway. Now that, basically, once I get a steady flow of coins within the club, that's kind of what I like to work with, is informs. So it's like snipes. So what you're seeing is the informs from last week that I was sniping. Now, I was doing this kind of like before the end of the week of that it expired. So I was trying to get my snipes in and get the cards flowing in pretty quick. And if any snipes were coming in that were low enough that I was happy, then obviously, as we usually do, we like to keep the card in the club. So what I'm looking for is generally anything that, even if it's like 100 coins profit, I won't care. Now, as well as you will notice throughout this, when I'm doing certain players, I'm always looking for either if it's position changes or like the chem styles. So if it's in Alonso's case, it's more likely going to be like your shadows, your anchors, even catalyst to an extent. I will have like a look to see what these cards are going for with the chem styles. Now, be wary of what you see. Like sometimes you might see an inform, like say Alonso, and the next cheapest with that chem style is maybe 30k or 25k, yet you've maybe paid 10k less. Don't necessarily instantly think, oh, I will sell mine 1,000 coins less or 250 coins less and it will sell. It doesn't work always that way. Like I've seen it constantly where there's an inform that might be 25k with shadow. The inform may sell for 22k to like 22k on the buy now. But I've just got to be wary about it. I can't just go and say, right, I'm going to go and buy them and that's it, we're sorted. It will just, it completely can go against you and it goes crazy. It just, because if you then say to yourself, right, I will buy that inform and I will be like, right, I will go and make even more coins than I should. It is risky. Like in Alonso's case, if he's like 16, 17k here, like now obviously he's a little bit more because of it. We're now like a few days since this team of the week expired. But when I was buying these cards, they were at the time selling like 17k. Now obviously it's 22, 23k. Like in theory, you would be saying to yourself, gee, why do you not hold like these informs in? Because I don't need to. And what I've noticed, especially with this team of the week in particular, and this is why the prices that you're seeing, yes, they're wrong in a sense, but now this is why I trade with informs, because if I'm wanting quick sales, I'll take the quick sales. If I'm really getting keen with my sales and there's some good profits, then I will be like, right, these are worth keeping, whether it be for a little bit longer or whatever it may be. Like for example, Ruffier, he was like 15k for example, like 15, 17k constantly during this week, and you could and same for Alonso was another one. You could constantly snipe these cards for 13, 14, 15k easily. Like Tyson, he was like the other end of the scale where he is like, I'll be sniping him between 35, 40, 45k, whatever it may be at certain points, but he is like now 30k. It's just completely swings and roundabouts, and like I'm just delighted with how this is kind of played out with some of the informs that for what I've been buying them for. But what annoys me in a sense is that because I tend to keep one of each inform, I don't go crazy, or I'll go and put 400k into Alonso or 400k into Ruffier. I don't like to do that. Like I could, if I was going to do that, then what I would end up doing is I would be more serious with my trading. I would be legitimately probably one of these crazy traders that spend like 24 hours a day trading. I'd be up from first thing in the morning to last thing at night, and all I'd do is trade. I wouldn't be doing anything else, and I'd probably end up trying to make sure that I was getting enough Ruffiers, enough Alonsos within the club where I'd be making serious money. And that Hummels there is good coinage. Like, that is like good profit. That's like when you're getting cards at like 6-7k profit, that is when you know you're sorted. Like, I've not shown it here, but one of my disappointments in a sense is not trying to snipe with Ben. Like, I tried to snipe Ben Yedders quite a lot, or even get him on bid, and it wasn't proving successful. And like, I had the limit of, like, if he was 200k at the time, I was like, right, well, we can't afford to pay more than like 190 or 185, whatever it may be at that time. And what's annoying is now he's like 250k for the inform, and like, it's those things you're like, But in all honesty, even we'll get there in the end of our words, we would have sold that Ben Yedder. Like, if we got a 190k one, he's the type of inform I would have sold. I would sell that at 250. I'd be like, right, get him out, get the profit in. Like, because in reality, for me, that is the type of inform where I've got quite a lot of coins put aside, hoping that I make profit. That's basically all that would be for. I tried to do the same with Griezmann. It was like Griezmann's that were like, he was selling between 400 and 425, and I missed one for 356, and I was like 356k. I thought that's good profit, and at the time he was like 415, and I thought 415, 420, and I think it was like Sunday night, like during this sniping, but I hadn't recorded because I was I thought, I'll not record. So here's some of the sales already, just to kind of show how we've been doing. Obviously this is before that team of the week suddenly all went up, which is one of those things. And obviously we got some of the stuff within the transfer list sold off from the other night, and it just kind of shows how much we constantly buy, have packs that give us SBC fodder. And this is why I don't do untradeable packs this year, folks. This is why I just take coins. I'd rather take the coins because I know right away I'm getting players within the club that are constantly stocking this up. Now, the next part of our buying spree is that we're just going to go and spend the coins that we've made to suddenly spend them back on stacking up the club. So we're going to go a bit crazy, go through all the informs from like Martinez, Susek, Angel, Grealish, the lot, and basically we're just going to buy them for min price, as close to, or in Martinez's case, as close to as possible. Everyone else will get in. I won't be showing everyone because I think some of the footage I have kind of missed. Some of it has gone a little bit missing, but I will show, not this episode, but I'll show like maybe the next one, that all the informs that we've now got, and it just kind of shows where the progress is with the club, what we've got kind of like tied away into informs, and kind of like what roughly profits we're sitting on at the moment. So I kind of need to sit down and have a right good look at for what we've spent, especially in this team of the week here, for team of the week 6. There's some good deals that we've got kind of sitting in the club, and we're just kind of letting them mellow over quite nicely. And then obviously we'll get team of the week 7 grinded through as well. We're not as much on team of the week 7, I will admit, but team of the week 6 has definitely gave us quite a few good players that we can say, right, that is hopefully some good profit to kind of sit on for future weeks, because we're not rushing to sell informs. Like, SBCs are starting to give like a use for them. Like Cornelius is like 15k for whatever reason just now, yet we're buying him here before he went out of packs for minimum price, and like, I don't see the reason why he's 15k, to be honest. I will admit that now. But this is what we just want to do, is just get these informs in, stack them up, and we say to ourselves, well, if we know we're putting in 200k into this team of the week, then we're sorted. That's the way I'm looking at it. I would rather be like, right, what can I do with 200k of this team of the week? Because we just want to be like, keep the coins flowing, keep the profits rolling, and just take it from there, because we know in our head that eventually these informs will it's not just develop a use, it's they will go up to like a value where I'm like, I'm happy with that profit. Like if I know I can just keep trading with informs in general, like those that are 15k plus, but then keep the ones that are just keeping in the club, ticking them over nicely, and we'll be laughing, because we just want to keep money flowing. Cause to be honest, I was initially thinking I would go crazy on stacking up club for league SBCs. It's not quite happened yet. I could still do that. Like I could rinse every single inform and just go crazy on every single league. I could still do that if I really wanted to, but I'd rather try and get the stack up the club on this is not bad, this is what you call good. That is good profit there. That's like 5k a card on profit. That is not too shabby. So that's like 4 in total. One will keep it, the rest will sell, but that's quite a bit of spending in there done, and we'll easily make our coins back. I think all told, I'm sure we got in the end, I'm sure we got like 5 of them in the end, and we made like 15k profit. So we basically, for the 5 that we've got, 4 that we kept, 4 that we sold, and yeah, that can prove my point right there. We sell them on and just make our like basically half the coins back on what we spent for one. But all in all, folks, the coins are way down on what they are before we started all this, but I'm not complaining regardless. The way I'm looking at it, club's stacking up nicely. As I said, I'll show in the next episode how the spending is looking. But hopefully you enjoyed this, folks. Let me know in the comments down below what you've been putting your coins in and if the profits appeal. Smash like as always, folks. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter at GSLegend, and I'll catch you all later.